Version 1.2 was one of the best times to play Wuthering Waves because the Moon Chasing Festival offered every player at the time a free Xiangli Yao, who's been very decent among the DPS units that we have in the game so far in terms of area of effect and inbuilt enemy stagnation or slowdown effect, making him one of the best units to use in Windprint Wastes. But the release of Augusta has created a strong competition because her time stoppage blows Xiangli Yao's stagnation away due to its ability to literally stop endgame timer and freeze the duration of buffs like outro skills and weapon passives. So in today's video, the focus will be on assessing Augusta and Xiangli Yao to get an idea of the level of power creep that exists between the two characters. I'll be providing the showcase for both of them before we dive deeper into the difference in their damage output, so you can always refer to the showcase if there is any confusion. Before we proceed any further, I want you guys to keep in mind that every footage used in this video was captured on the media server, so things may be subject to change upon official release. The pinned comment will be updated to clarify anything in the future, so without further ado, let's get right into it. The victim of this showcase will be Dragon of Dirge because the heavy attack damage bonus in the middle tower will provide an unfair advantage for Augusta since Xiangli Yao does not scale off heavy attack damage. Starting with the Xiangli Yao team, I'll be running him with Shorekeeper and Yanlin. Shorekeeper is on the usual rejuvenating glow as you can see right here. Yanlin is on the Imperial Anthem set because I'm running her signature weapon, which boosts her coordinated attack damage from off field. Xiangli Yao is running Void Thunder for more electro damage bonus since I have 10% attack substat on every echo piece. In case my substats look the same, it's made that way for testing purposes on the media server. Alright, here we go.
Time to wrap it up. Astral modulation. Hello, pieces. Obey.
Pierce through the stars.
From the heart. Stay calm. No mercy. I've had enough. Get lost. War with tone. Low heavy pieces. Obey.
Confined definition. At what time?
Xiangli Yao's damage output was surprisingly decent for a free character. He popped 243k damage with his Liberation and 45k damage with his Law of Rain's Forte skill in the first rotation. Since he can use 3 of those, his total damage in the first rotation was roughly 380k damage, which took around 32 seconds before his Liberation state ended. But his damage output was still not enough to fully clear in the second rotation before his Liberation state ended, and I had to spend additional time using his Forte circuit, ending up with a clear time of 1 minute 6 seconds. It's also worth mentioning that Yanlin's coordinated attack damage was really good, which helped clear the Chop Chops and improve the team's overall clear time. For the Augusta team, here's the build that I'll be running. Keep in mind that Shorekeeper's build stays the same. Motefi will be on Moonlit Clouds because his personal damage is pretty low compared to S0 Yanlin. Augusta's substats will be the same universal ones for any damage dealer, just like the ones that we had on Xiangli Yao. Alright, here we go.
Enroll with time. Let
Fury boils. Feel my wrath. Burn. As you wish. This is my
unmatched! Pathetic struggle! Stand tall before the eternal sun!
The difference in clear times is 8 seconds, which is pretty significant. Compared to the Xiangli Yao team, Augusta had no issues clearing out the chop chops due to her focus echo being able to do pretty decent damage after an intro skill, her special heavy attacks having superior movement that can hit multiple targets in one sweep, and her normal liberation also has a giant area of effect damage capabilities. So in terms of AoE, Augusta absolutely crushed Xiangli Yao. The time that she spent on the first rotation was actually similar to what I had for Xiangli Yao, even though Augusta can stop the countdown timer. Unlike other units that just requires you to use their liberation right after an intro skill to start doing damage, Augusta spends considerably more time getting set up before she can use her special liberation to stop time and do more damage, leading to the much similar time spent on the first rotations for the two DPS units. But you can see here that for Augusta, the enemy lost more than 50% of his HP after the first rotation, meaning that she was doing significantly more damage with a similar field time as Xiangli Yao, which is what makes her time stop a pretty insane mechanic to have. But I won't really consider this game breaking because the benefits of having a time stop mechanic is reduced by having a long prep time before she can use it at S0, and liberation cooldowns for the entire team is also a problem because her time stop mechanic also stops the liberation cooldown timers. But even with all these disadvantages, her damage output for the first rotation was absolutely incredible. It was very difficult to record the damage from her special heavy attacks since she was moving way too fast for me to keep track of her damage numbers. So if we ignore that and focus on the other damage sources, the normal liberation hit 116k damage, the Forte Circuit damage or the Griffin Plunge hit 159k damage. Each basic attack hit for the teleportation attacks was hitting 24.3k, and it hits 9 times, so that will be 219k damage per rotation. Finally, the last strike after casting her special liberation was hitting 182k damage, leading to a total damage output of roughly 678k damage, which is a much wider gap in terms of power creep for Xiangli Yao. But this makes sense because Augusta needs to be on the same level as recent units with a much higher damage potential. It's also worth mentioning that Augusta was not even paired with her best in slot sub DPS buffer, which is most likely going to be Yuno, so she hasn't even reached her full potential as a main DPS at S0R1. In conclusion, Xiangli Yao's place in the meta has fallen off quite significantly because Augusta does everything he's capable of, but even better with a much easier access to teammates from a free-to-play perspective. Hope this video provided some value to you, and if it did, leave a like and subscribe to help support the channel because it's free and you can always change your mind. Be sure to also join our Discord community if you're having any issues with the game or you just want a place to chill or hang out. Link will be in the pinned comment below. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.